But as we swing into this tennis year, we're beginning to introduce you as we learn more about this wonderful new tool, the Universal Tennis UTR Power Index. It is great for amateurs, for club players. It's used heavily by amateurs and collegiate players, as Tracy mentioned with us yesterday. And here it is applied to the pros. So here's right now the top 10 in the UTR Power Index for the men.
Very interesting. A lot different than the ATP rank, you can see. So it's keeping you somewhat interested. Del Potro, 12 in the ATP rank, only a 15.87 rating. Interesting, the top is 16.28. Tracy, you have a lot of experience with this, with Brandon, of course.
Well, I would think because they use your last 30 matches and Djokovic hasn't played in a while, that's why he's still high on UTR, whereas 14 in the ranking because he didn't play the last 6 months. That's a guess.
Interesting, the team is all the way down there at 9.
And that's one note. And again, this UTR index, it counts into play who you lose to, who you beat, what the score is. It does factor in quality as opposed to just the winning and losing, which is the root of the regular tour ranking. Now the women's top 10, and there's some significant differences. Tamaya Baczynski, who had to announce this week, she won't play in Australia. She's not ready to come back from injury yet. Look at that difference.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And Caroline Wozniacki, 2 in the WTA, down at 5 for that. It's your last 30 matches. And Serena, last time she was on the court, she was winning the Australian Open.
Yeah, so when you have an extended break, obviously your WTA rank goes down, but not necessarily your rating, because you still have those quality match wins from your last 30.
You know what, Ted? They're not going to. Pros are not going to be using this as much. I don't think it's a function for them as much as it is for college players, particularly D3 players. That's really important for coaches to look at some of those players. And for juniors, I hear they're going to start having tournaments at a certain level. So everybody in the tournament will be the same level, which is quite interesting. There's so many uses across the standard of tennis for this to be developed.
And as we learn more about it, again, it's fascinating because two things. First of all, Serena Williams is going to lose her ranking after the Australian Open. She'll have no ranking because all of those remaining points from last year's title will go away. And Ryan Harrison, who we won't see today, but Ryan Harrison's UTR actually went up after losing to Nick Kyrgios over the weekend.
Yeah, because of the quality of the opponent, making it all the way to the finals and playing somebody like Nick Kyrgios. So it's a very interesting tool, and it gives us something else to reference, which is kind of nice.